This is the most important, a holy grail. I would really recommend it to you. I'm going to break out so bad. Hey guys, I hope you're all doing very well. Today I'm going to be talking about skincare ingredients that have really improved my skin over a long period of time. Things that I have just introduced into my skincare routine that help me to control my hormonal acne. Because when I was in puberty, I had very rough skin. Right now I am in my mid-20s and I'm very satisfied with my skin. I think I have found what works for me and I want to share it with you. If this sounds interesting to you, then just keep on watching. So as I just mentioned in the intro, I used to have very rough skin. I had a lot of acne and it was definitely hormonal. When I was 17, I believe, I did go on birth control and I think that is one of the things that helped me the most. I don't even want to be the doctor over here trying to tell you what to do. I think it is very personal, which is why I would recommend you to seek medical and professional advice. So I'm just saying that for me, birth control really helped a lot. I don't want to go into my entire skincare today because essence I use or the moisturizer or the sunscreen don't really have anything to do with my skin being free of hormonal acne. I think it's two products especially. So that is what I want to highlight. I will still mention the other products just very briefly, just to let you know. So the very first product that I want to recommend to you if you are not using it yet is retinoids or retinol vitamin A in general. It is amazing. It has definitely changed my skin. It is what changed my skin the very most. That is what I truly believe, because I remember once I ran out of it and I was not using it anymore, my skin got very bad very fast and I just did not know what I was doing wrong. And the retinoid that I was using is from The Ordinary, so it's not expensive, and I've gone through so many bottles of these, and it is the Granactive Retinoid 2% Emulsion. It has been on my channel before. It has been in my routine for 3 years, I believe, and I have consistently repurchased it. It is just a very nice product. I use it in the evening. Fun fact, retinoids or retinol was introduced into the market, as far as I have looked it up online, in the beginning as an acne fighting remedy or ingredient, and I totally see that in my skin. My acne just is not as severe. I don't get that many pimples, and if I do get pimples, they are not deep and painful pimples that linger around for ages and ages. My skin is still not perfect and it's totally normal to get pimples. Therefore, I'm just very happy that this helps my skin most days, and I am just very glad that due to this, I just don't get that bad skin anymore. So this retinoid product has really been my best friend, a holy grail in my skincare, and I don't think I will ever go without this, to be honest. It is that special to me and I would really recommend it to you. The opinions do differ between, or let's say in terms of with what age you should start to use retinol. I would say, again, do your own research, maybe look for professional advice. I'm not going to be telling you when you should start with it. Again, I think that's personal preference and opinion, so please do your own research, but yeah. Just wanted to give you a heads up. The next product I haven't had in my collection for as long as I had the Ordinary one, but this has very quickly become one of my favorites. One of the reasons that I'm only mentioning it now, because I've had this since November and we're now at the end of January, is simply because skincare takes time to show its true effects, and I really wanted to thoroughly test it out before I gave you any opinion or review on it, because there's nothing that I dislike more than people giving first impressions on skincare products, or like, oh, I've used this for 2 weeks. It feels like 2 weeks is a long time, but it's not. I went very thorough and I could probably even keep trying it for another month, but I feel like Now I'm confident enough to give you an actual opinion and review on this, and it is the La Roche-Posay Effaclar Duo Anti-Imperfections Unclogging Care Anti-Marks Cream, I guess. It's not a serum, it is not an essence, it's just like a lotion, like a cream, kind of like a soft gel texture, and this is basically benzoyl peroxide. Benzoyl peroxide, is that how you say it? I had heard of that ingredient for ages and ages, but there was a certain time, like before it hit November and I got this, I was all about hydrating the skin and like fine lines go away, all of that. And I was not really wanting to acknowledge that I do have acne problems. And I was very satisfied with BHA in my routine and also with vitamin A. Obviously, I was not using them together because that is probably not a good idea because they're two very strong actives. But there is one amazing skin nurse or derm nurse on Instagram. I'll put a picture up on the screen from her profile. It was actually through one of her videos that I got to know about this, and that is when I started to look even more into acne fighting actives, and I realized that I was doing quite a lot right with the retinol, for instance, or the retinoid, for instance. It was already an amazing step that I was taking, but that was when I found out that benzoyl peroxide is amazing for acne because killing the bacteria that is in the pimple. So what it essentially does is make your pimple go through its cycle a lot faster, and that is definitely what I noticed ever since I had gotten this. Like, this helps you to also prevent further breakouts. What I also really like about this is that even though it kills the pimple very quickly and just clears the skin, it does not strip my skin of its natural oils or hydration that it has, so I don't experience any kind of dryness or anything. What I was very scared of was actually purging. Purging is basically when you start a skincare product that is meant to clear your skin and your skin starts to kind of go through its cycle faster. Everything that is underneath will come to its surface and it'll look like you're breaking out a lot more. I was so scared because I didn't want to have so many pimples, and I did purge, but it was not that bad. I was only getting them where I usually do, which is on my chin and jaw area, so I was pretty sure I was just purging and it ended up being just that. So with that being said, I would definitely recommend you to check out retinoids or retinol and benzoyl peroxide. They're just known to be so helpful with acne. So I would really, if you're struggling right now, I know what it feels like. My skin looks very good right now, but it has not looked always like this. I have gone through the pain of being in puberty and everyone around me had like amazing clear skin, and I had so many pimples. I had so much scarring because I would pretty much pop every single one I had. I know what it feels like to have bad skin. Like right now, I'm very happy that my skin is at the place where it is, but it wasn't always like this. Try one of these products. Don't overdo it, because if you do too much trying to get rid of it, you can overfeed your skin actually. If you use too much at the same time, especially actives, you can make matters even worse. And I just want to give a little overview to the rest of my skincare routine. This is not targeted to clear acne, but these are products that I feel like are acne safe. So I mentioned in the past the COSRX Snail Mucin Power Essence. I don't have it with me right now because I have something very similar. This one is from Benton. It is the Snail Bee High Content Essence. So this one has snail venom? No, this one has bee venom in it, as well as snail extract. They're very similar. I would say the Benton one, the texture is a little bit more luxe, just a little bit more hydrating, I feel. It just feels a little bit thicker. I really like this essence because it just gets absorbed into my skin very quickly, even though it is a very slimy kind of texture. It's just very gel-like and it disappears in no time. This one has never broken me out in any way. If you're looking for an essence, I would recommend this or the Kosar X one. For moisturizer, one that is tried and true, this is the Clinique Moisture Surge 72-hour auto replenishing hydrator. They have it in a 100-hour version now, and I have not tried that because I was like, no, I'm not going to be trying that. I know that the 72-hour is so good. It is what I've been using for 5 years. 5 or 6 years. I remember how randomly I bought it at duty free at the airport, and ever since this has become my holy grail. I always search on Clinique's webpage on their official website because they usually have it still there. I have gotten this on sale because it's kind of like trying to disappear from the shelves. So if you can still get this, try this. Don't have a lot left. This one is just very good because it's a gel texture. It is not a thick cream that when you put it on you feel like, oh hell, I'm going to break out so bad. It's not like that. And probably the most important thing, like, doesn't matter if you're using a $200 serum, if you're not using this, that serum is going to waste. I'm talking about sunscreen. Whether you have acne or you have perfect skin, I don't care. You should be using a sunscreen because sun damage is the worst. The damage it can do to your skin is so much more than you would ever imagine, and it's one of the main reasons why we even get premature aging skin, because the sun really kills the collagen in our skin. I'm personally a huge fan of Korean sunscreens since I've had the best experience with those, and I am using right now the Effaclar Daily Pure Block Sun Cream. It just smells very refreshing. None of them have ever broken me out. You could definitely go with Korean sunscreens. I think their formulas are very good and just very cost efficient. If you don't have a routine yet and you need one first step, it's sunscreen. Then you can talk about serums and essences and moisturizers and all of that. Sunscreen should be your best friend. So yeah, I feel like I have rambled for so long, so I will wrap up the video here. I hope this helped some of you. If it did, give me a thumbs up. That shows me that it truly helped you or that you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I would be really happy if we happen to see each other in the next video. And until then, please take care of yourself. Bye.